Hello. This one's a little different today. I had a thought early in the wee hours of the morning and wanted to explore it in video form today. And the idea is that the hand sign for prayer is it's an interesting human development. And how there's a variety of those forms in nature, in human across human cultures, and how exactly prayer worship is conducted, and what does the kind of shape language of that represent potentially. So of course there's the standard, palms together, and you have also things like interlocked, and there's also going prostrate, kind of going down on a mat, and there's also other forms with hands closed by the side or in other shapes of that nature. And I wanted to discuss how a lot of these are a sort of what's the word? Surrender is a strong word, but I think it's somewhat accurate. It's you're acquiescing to your higher power, whomever that might be, uh, whoever that might be, and right, because there's nothing. This position is very very definite. You can't really do anything other than this. There's no defensiveness. There's no readiness to action when you do these things. You can't respond in a defensive manner, right? Whereas like an open hand or a fist or some other things have purposes, are outside, in work and whatever, or they can be changed. But something about these is it's very distinct and definite. It's not something that can be mistaken, I guess is a good word. It's not unmistakable. It's also, like I said earlier, it's fully occupied. Like you're fully occupied with the worship, and there's no like it's occupying both hands literally. So it kind of it's interesting in that respect, and how there's a some degree of overlap across religions, across world cultures, about the importance of hands in religion, in worship, as well as in holy figures. It's interesting. You see like Jesus with the classic, I don't know, what was it? It was like this. Yes, I think. And and the Buddha as well. There's the different representations of the Buddha with different hand gestures, if I remember correctly. Buddhartha as well. And I guess it makes sense because of the ubiquity of hands, that there would be a great deal of combined human, or I guess ubiquitous human focus on hands as part of a culture's shape language, a part of a culture's or religious system's iconography. It makes sense. Hands are very versatile. There's very mobile for the most part. Motility, and so it makes sense that it's It's usable, just like faces and smiling and emotions. Those are pretty universal, pretty ubiquitous. So, kind of a interesting observation. Though I've not seen as much on hands throughout my study of psychology in my in school. It's not as much, not as well covered from what I understand, as much as facial facial expressions rather. But yeah, it's just interesting. It's hard to capture. I'm kind of repeating myself a little bit at the end here, but I want to convey the significance of a lot of these religious hand gestures, in that they are they place the active prayer in a position that is an acquiescent position, I guess. Right? You're not able to. You're not. Controlling something. You're not trying to, inflict your will out into the world. It's like very receptive in a way, and it's very, it's sort of surrendering to that. I'm not going to strike out. This is, it's very acquiescent. I'll hopefully find a better way to convey it in a future video, but I think that's the long and the short of it. Try to come by it honestly, I suppose. Well, hope it was interesting to watch, and until next time.